Mr Speaker.
Member for Capella Bar.
Mr Speaker, I rise to speak in favour of the Appropriation Bill 2025. This bill was introduced by the Treasurer, Minister for Energy, Home Ownership and provides for the funding of costs related to delivering departmental services and other administrative items for the 25-26 financial year. These appropriations are created in consultation with departments and public servants that keep Queensland moving. The Crisafulli Government has said from the very beginning that we respect and trust our public servants, and we will continue to do so. I would also like to take the opportunity to thank the Parliamentary Committee, the staff, for all their support they have provided to the committees throughout this term so far. As a member of the Justice, Integrity and Community Safety meeting, I'm delighted to speak on the broad range of funding that the Crisafulli Government has allocated to restore safety where we live. Queenslanders are aware of what drove me to stand in this House. They recognise that youth crime had reached a crisis point, while the former Labor government defended their poor record after a decade of decline. Mr Speaker, the LNP government is already delivering for Queenslanders with strong new laws and early intervention programs to curb the youth crime crisis. Youth justice remains a top priority for the Crisafulli Government. Over the next 5 years, we will invest $345 million towards rehabilitation programs to break the cycle of reoffending and reintegrate youth back into their communities. Over the same period, $215 million will also be provided towards funding community-based or community-led early intervention initiatives. This is welcome news for my community and every community across Australia, I'm sure. We are standing with victims every step of the way and putting their rights ahead of the offenders, as it always should have been. Speaker, appropriations for the Justice, Integrity and Community Safety portfolio account for approximately 8.62% of the budget, which totals to $105.4 billion. This expenditure will ensure that the victims are put first and that safety is restored to our communities. For the Department of Justice, this will include $54.4 million over 5 years and $2.2 million per annum further resource the justice system. This funding will also support the implementation of adult crime, adult time, and making Queensland safer laws. $11.6 million will also be allotted over 4 years to provide enhanced victim support through the Department of Public Prosecutions Victims Liaison Service. During estimates, the Attorney-General detailed the former Labor government left the budget in such a dire straits that 18 full-time employees were set to lose their jobs in Victims Liaison Services had the Crisafulli government not been elected. In the past, I've spoken on victims being left to fall through the cracks of the system. And that's why I'm glad that this government is committed to putting victims first and that over the next 5 years we are contributing $458 million to ensure that victims of crime receive the assistance and advocacy they need. This is meaningful change. This will include $395 million over 2 years to enhance support under the Victims of Crime Assistance Act, $50 million over the 5 years to establish the Victims Advocate Service, $12.9 million over 4 years to expand the Victims of Crime Community Response Pilot Program, and $2.6 million over 4 years to support the establishment of a Youth Justice Victims Register. Queenslanders place their trust in us because they know youth crime isn't a media beat-up. That's why we are properly resourcing our police officers and bolstering the numbers with new recruits. 350 in the first 9 months. That's more than double of what those opposite were able to achieve in their last 4 years in government. We're not only stopping here, Mr Speaker, this government is hard at work to ensure we retain officer numbers. We are delivering better support for our police service with $226.1 million over 5 years and $37.6 million to implement the Making Queensland Safer laws. We're also committing $147.9 million over the 5 years to provide frontline police with essential equipment they need to keep Queenslanders safe. Our police will also be better resourced to respond to domestic violence, with $37 million allotted over the next
Deputy
4
Speaker.
years.
Thank you, Member for Capella Bar. Member for Gladstone.